Dude, why? Okay, I need to think about how to be respectful about this book because I know that it's well liked. But dude... Tiernan is a 17-year-old high school student whose parents have just gone gently into that good night. They raised her, but didn't really love her or care for her. So she's rich, but emotionally stunted. So she gets an invite from her dad's stepbrother to come stay with him at his cabin in Colorado, where he lives at like the top of a mountain with his two sons, Noah and Caleb. She goes, and things are rocky from the beginning. Caleb appears to immediately hate her despite his unwillingness to speak ever at all. He doesn't talk. And Jake and Noah have pretty much constant erections from the time Tiernan enters their house. But knowing that she's only 17, they don't touch her too much. Some feelings form, as in she forms feelings for all of them. There's a lot of tension. And as soon as she turns 18, all hell breaks loose. It's winter, it's snowing, and no one is leaving the mountain until April. I am wasting my time summarizing this book. Not much. The writing isn't terrible, I guess. I have to spoil some of this to talk about it, so here we go. This book is kind of a big mess of trigger warnings, undiagnosed traumas, and a lot of personality disorders. And they all decide to have sex with each other. I'm not a mental health professional, but that is a mess. I can't decide if this book is just gross or if it's an attempt at a healthy way to explore some taboo things. I don't know. I'm pretty out of my depth here. But what I do know is that living in a house with 3 men who are all related and then banging all 3 of them and then being surprised when shit gets weird is pretty stupid. Everyone in this book is stupid. And before you guys start screaming at me in the comments, Jake, Noah, and Caleb are not technically related to Tiernan. Jake is her step-uncle, not a blood relation, and step is not a legal basis for anything. But that doesn't make it less gross. When Jake's not puppy guarding Tiernan from his 2 horny sons, he's touching her inappropriately as a minor. Oh, Jeff, but she's 17. Minor. And then you better believe the second that she turns 18, that dude is off to the races. There's more banging than a screen door in a hurricane. Despite his occasional no, this isn't right. Tiernan, I'm your uncle. We shouldn't do this. He still does it anyway. And he spends a lot of time telling her how fucking awful her parents were. And when he's not being emotionally abusive, he's threatening to physically abuse her. The youngest brother, Noah, is the closest to her in age, and the least bad of the 3, but still not great. Noah is also emotionally abusive. He touches her a lot, despite her repeated refusal of his advances. Dude has some very serious daddy issues. Oh, and he threatens to get her pregnant so that she won't leave them. But he's the one she can talk to, so Noah's an alright guy. What a sweetheart. And then we have Caleb, who's the dark-haired, broody older brother. Caleb has 3 speeds: mate, feed, kill. That's it. First thing he does when he sees Tiernan is sexually assault her. Literally. He sees her, he pounces on her. Other times he hits her, he spits on her, steals her underwear, assaults anyone who looks at her kind of horny, which is everyone. I swear this book makes everyone who lives in Colorado or is into motocross look like an idiot. He locks her in her room, has sex with her while she's asleep, and he throws her birth control away. I think art is a safe place to explore ideas. Taboo, trauma, whatever. I don't think this is a good example of that. You can't bang your cousins and expect to heal your trauma. But this book seems to think otherwise. Getting passed around by your cousins and your uncle is not therapy. And for the record, none of this excuses Tiernan's behavior. She leads all of them on. She encourages all of them at one point or another. Also, 17-year-old girls should not be rubbing up on their uncles. If you liked this, I'm not going to yuck your yum. I don't understand it, but I know it's pretty popular. And also, as the romance fans like to remind me, it's not for me. 2 out of 5 hammers.